Words, we're going to be talking about
marriage mission statements.
So, let's get to it. Well, good evening, everybody. Looks like Lisa just disappeared on me. But she's on her way back right now. Okay, ready?
Ta-da!
Well, good night, everybody. Not good night, but hi, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Words, another episode of Beyond the Words. My name is Lon.
I'm Lisa, and that was Rufus.
And that was Rufus. But he's gone now because he started whining almost immediately. Yes. And tonight we are talking about marriage mission statements. What the heck are they? Do we need them? How do you make one? I don't know, but we're going to find out.
You know.
But we're going to find out. But before we jump into our topic, I just want to encourage you guys and invite you guys to connect with us. We would love to hear from you. You can do that by simply sending us an email at lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com. That's lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com. Send us an email. We'd love to hear your stories, and we'd love to hear maybe some comments about what the material that we're presenting. And if you got some ideas that maybe we haven't talked about, some things that we haven't talked about, you want us to talk about, let us know. We'd love to hear what you want to hear so that we can dive right in. Yes.
Yes.
That's right. Also, if you haven't already, after the show tonight, if you wouldn't mind going over to our YouTube channel and clicking the subscribe button, that would help us out tremendously. We'd love to have some more subscribers. And if you like what we're doing, share this video, click the like button, share it with all your friends, family, neighbors, anybody who you think could really benefit from this kind of material.
Yes.
And we see Davina's on. Hi, Davina.
I hope she got to see Rufus for 10 seconds at the beginning before I threw him upstairs.
Well, she can see it on the playback.
Yeah.
If not. So Davina, if you didn't get to see Rufus, just after the show, go back to the very beginning and you'll be able to see him. So
He was there. We had this little plan at the beginning of the night. Lon said, keep him down here, and then he'll get whiny, and then you can take him up before the show starts. But he wasn't whiny at all. And then about 2 minutes before the show started, he started whining. I was like, oh, this isn't going to go well. And
it
guess
didn't.
what? It didn't. So
It didn't, absolutely.
Yeah, he's the worst.
So we're talking about things to talk about for our show, topics and things.
We're talking about things to talk about.
Yes, we're talking about those things.
We
were discussing ideas for the show. And one of the things that Dave Ramsey, many of you may know Dave Ramsey.
Probably not personally, though.
Well, but they know of him at least. Great Christian financial guy, does Financial Peace University, kind of the founder of Dave Ramsey and his Financial Peace.
Dave Ramsey's the founder of Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, he is. Thank you. All right, you're messing my flow up.
Sorry.
Anyway, he is a founder of Financial Peace University,
Yes.
and he has said several times how important it is to have a mission statement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we think of mission statements, we think of businesses, corporations, things like that having mission statements, and that makes sense because they're corporations and they have a large group of people that they're trying to kind of steer in a direction and whatnot. But he also mentioned the importance of actually having a personal mission statement.
Right.
And then I thought, well, what about marriage mission statements or family mission statements? How important are those? And so I did a little research and came up with a few ideas. And Google is now wanting me to say something to it, but I'm not going to do that.
Look what you did. You ruined our show.
Oh, no. Stop. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. See, it was my watch. I needed to disconnect my watch. Okay.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, what's a mission statement? Go ahead, ask me. What is a mission statement?
What is a mission statement?
I am glad you asked. Because I'm going to tell you, a mission statement is a formal summary of the aims and values of a company, organization, or individual.
Or family.
It is a statement to which all applicable parties can subscribe.
Or prescribe.
Yes.
Sorry.
That, in essence, is what a mission statement is. So, I thought, why not take a look and see what some big corporations, what their mission statements are. So, I did that. I looked up got some information, and thought it would be prudent to share.
Ooh.
Prudent. So, oh no. Why? Guys, this has not been a great day.
You got floor pizza for dinner.
This has not been a good day. You want to tell them what happened for dinner while I try to fix this real quick?
Yes, you had floor pizza. I went and got Lon a pizza, and he threw it on the ground. He was like, thanks for the pizza. And then he threw it all on the ground, and then he tried to eat it off the ground. But it wasn't even good pizza. It wasn't even cooked.
No, we ordered a pizza in the interest of trying to save some time, and I got home and started eating. I was like, well, this tastes funny. And then the bread was doughy. It wasn't even cooked. And then I ended up, I don't know what I did. I was moving my hands around or something, and the whole thing went on the floor. And Rufus dove after that thing.
But you got to it first.
Gosh.
It was horrible.
It was terrible.
And he was telling me about how horrible his day had been as he was dropping his dinner on the ground.
Yes. Par for the course.
It was horrible.
So, yes, I'm thinking, I'm hoping I can correct the ship here. Okay, I think I've got it fixed. Okay, so this is what I found out. This is Walmart's corporate mission statement. Let me turn that off. Walmart says its corporate mission is to save people money so they can live better. So that's Walmart's mission statement. What about this one? This is Google. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. That's pretty scary, isn't it? To organize the world's information and make it accessible and useful? Okay, all right. I got that. How about McDonald's? McDonald's brand mission is to be our customers' favorite place and way to eat and drink. Our worldwide operations are aligned around a global strategy called the Plan to Win, which center on an exceptional customer experience, people, products, place, price, and promotion. We're committed to improving our operations and enhancing our customer experience.
Okay, so can you back up real fast and explain at a 7th grade level the mission statement thing?
Okay. So, here's what I'll do. Let's see, previous verse. I'm assuming you mean the definition. Okay.
I think that's probably what it is.
Okay. So a mission statement is basically, and we're going to explain this in a little bit more detail, okay? So stick with us, okay, through this, because I know I'm like throwing some information out there just to kind of get you primed, and then we're going to tie it into what we're talking about. A mission statement is a formal summary, or basically a paragraph, a short paragraph of the aims and the values. The aims would be those things that you intend to do, and the values that you prescribe to, okay? And it's for all of the parties involved. So,
Right.
For instance, if it was a business or a corporation, it would be a statement that would apply to all of its employees.
Right.
Right? If it's a personal mission statement, it would be a mission statement that I would write that would be applicable to just me.
Right. Right.
In the case of a family mission statement, it would be something that all of us in our family, our immediate family, would prescribe to.
Right. So you can just say like, I believe in God. My vision for myself is that I'm going to follow God. I am going to make believers, and this is what, this is my vision for myself. It's, this is my mission statement. And it's just kind of, it's where you see yourself going. And we'll get more into that. So yeah, if you just follow along, it kind of, we'll
explain it a little bit more. But definitely if you have questions, put them in the comments section below. Right. And just to kind of piggyback on that, another mission statement that I thought I'd find out is this one: focus on the family. Yeah. And focus of the family's mission statement is to cooperate with the Holy Spirit in sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ with as many people as possible by nurturing and defending the God-ordained institution of the family and promoting biblical truths worldwide. So you can kind of see a little bit about what their value system is. Obviously, they're Christian, they believe in Jesus, and their intention, the action part of it, is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ through the institute, while defending the institution of family. So hopefully that helps you a little bit, at least kind of get pointed in the right direction. We're going to go into more of that detail. I'm going to give you some more information regarding that. In fact, let's see. I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. I think what I'm going to do, well, I tell you what, here's what we'll do.
And when I was at Panama City First Church of the Nazarene, we had a mission statement, and it was loving God, loving others, going and making disciples. It was as simple as that. And it was kind of, that was the church's aim. That was what we were going to focus on, and that's what, when everyone came in, that was your focus: loving God, loving others, going and making disciples. And that's what, everything we did was focused on that. That's what we were focused on. So it's kind of, you do other things, but everything that you do is going to be focused on that. Everything's focused on your mission statement. So
Right. So just to kind of, let's see, hang on a second. To give you...
Okay, she said it makes sense.
Okay, good. It makes sense. That's good. Shoot, what happened to all of my... I don't know what's going on here. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay,
There's a dog on the stairs.
So that's basically the definition of a mission statement. Now, there are three main parts to a mission statement, okay? So I'm going to give you those three parts right now. The three parts of a mission statement. And they are, part one is this: do something. In other words, I exist to do something. And my images didn't come up either. Aww. Okay, so I exist to do something in such a way that you get a certain result, or so that you have some result in the action. Okay, so the 3 parts, that is, I exist to do some action, to do something in such a way, this is how we're going to do that action, so that you get some result. 3 basic parts, okay? 3 basic parts, I was doing that. 3 basic parts of the mission statement. So that is...
Do 3 again.
Do 3?
So is it strange that you do 3 differently than I do?
Well, I usually do it that way, but for whatever reason, as I've gotten older, it's harder to do that. I don't know why.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as ambidextrous as I used to be or something. I don't know. So hopefully that makes sense.
3.
Now, why do you think it's a good idea to have a mission statement?
Because if you don't have focus, you're just going to be wandering around like this. You have to have focus.
You have to have focus.
You have to have a goal.
You have to have a goal, yes. Absolutely. In fact...
need to know where you're going, guys.
In fact, the Bible has a couple of verses that kind of pertain to this. This one I really like, which is in Proverbs, that says, without a revelation, some translation use without a vision, people run wild, but one who listens to instruction will be happy.
Yes.
So it's almost like if you go through life and you don't really set up any particular goals, you could find yourself kind of like a squirrel in a cage.
Yep.
You're just kind of trucking along, and at the end of your days, you look around and you go, wow, how did I get here?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't, So it's a good thing to have a mission statement.
Right.
Another verse that I thought was very kind of good is, let love and faithfulness never leave you. In other words, basically, when you write out your mission statement, one of the things that we're going to talk about doing is actually writing it out and posting it somewhere, or putting it somewhere where you can memorize it and you can constantly look at that thing. And basically what this verse is kind of saying is that look, let love and faithfulness, let that mission statement, that thing that you're going to write out, never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Now, of course, the word here is talking about God's word, but we could apply it similarly with the mission statement that you're going to write. Now, from a Christian's point of view, hopefully your values are centered around Christ. Right. So you're going to work some of those things into your mission statement. But yeah, bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, for then you will win favor and a good name, both in the sight of God and in man. And I think that's a great verse.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic verse. Okay, so you and I have not done a marriage or family missions statement. As we were talking about doing this topic, I said, well, we can't necessarily speak from experience. So, I mean, we kind of can, because we know that it works. We know that we've seen it in other places. We just haven't applied it yet to our own family and our own marriage. So what we thought we might do is talk about the elements of a family or marriage mission statement, discover what that's all about, and then throughout this coming week, you and I would, sit down and actually write out our mission statement.
I think he's coming down the stairs. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to write out our mission statement, and we want to invite you guys to follow along with us. And we'll be posting some things on our Facebook page of how things are going, how we're doing, the progress that we're making throughout the week. But we really want to invite you guys to do the same and do it along with us. And maybe next week, we'd love to hear some of your mission statements as we share ours with you. Okay? So, as I was doing my research, I wanted to find out, try to find some examples of what some other marriage mission statements might look like, what they might say. And I happened to find a few pictures. I'm hoping my pictures work. Let's just see. It's just us.
We shrank.
Okay, well, I will fix it. I will fix it.
Yes, you can.
Can we fix it? Here we go. Okay. Now, there we go.
There we go.
I feel better now. So, I found this image, and of course, this is really kind of catering towards making a personal vision statement or mission statement. And as you can see, step one is basically to write out some of your life experiences, your family, your work, your education, successes, failures. Just get you a scratch sheet of paper, write some of those things down. Number two, define your passion and calling. Personally, write, like maybe what your personalities traits are like, some of your spiritual gifts, your abilities, where you see God is working in your life, those kinds of things. And then make a list of at least 5 core life values. And those are things like, like honesty, hard work, family, spiritual health, those things that really resonate and really is a core belief. Then you want to identify what motivates you. What motivates you to do some of the things that you do, and then write a paragraph of 50 words or less, just very brief, that kind of summarizes what you want to do. Remember, the 3 parts is the action that you're going to take, and how it is that you're going to do that action, in what manner, what values you're going to bring into that in order to get what result. So use those 3 things in order to write out your statement. And then of course, once you do that and you post it in a place where you can memorize it and you can kind of check it daily and that sort of thing, it helps you to kind of stay on track. Mm-hmm. Maybe a good idea would be to evaluate maybe annually. If it's a marriage kind of thing, maybe on your anniversary, you get together, you have dinner, you pull that mission statement out, and hey, how do you think we're doing? Are we staying on track? Are we going kind of off the rails? Where do we need to kind of get back in alignment? So those are some things that you can do.
I don't think that's a good thing to do on your anniversary dinner. Are we off the rails?
Are we off the rails? Okay, maybe not so much doing that. Maybe not during the anniversary,
dinner.
But at some point.
Not during the dinner, dear.
Okay.
Are we off the rails?
We might be off the rails. Again, we haven't done this, so we are going to begin doing this.
But if we're having our anniversary dinner and you ask if we're off the rails, you're going to be off the rails.
That's true. Word to the wise. You heard it right here. Okay. Thank you, dear.
Knock you right off the rails.
Thank you, dear. So, I happened to find a couple of examples of mission statements online. This is one by Dave and Donnellan? Okay. And it says, with a full surrender to Jesus Christ and the difference he makes in both a life and a home, our marriage is a lifelong adventure of committed and genuine friendship that focuses on keeping our individual faith alive and growing, rises above the routines of life and pressures through hard times or through tough times, bonds with the crazy glue of laughter and openness and passion, displays persistent support and exclusive, why can't I talk tonight? An exclusive faithfulness to the core, models the realities of a healthy marriage up close and personal to our kids, builds a home where people are strongly and supernaturally encouraged, and reaches out in love and service to family, friends, and community.
Wow,
so
good.
That's a good one. And just by the way, I did put a couple of the links in the description below in the comment section of places that you can go if you want to refer to like how to do it, and there's some steps out there, some more reading material if you'd like to do that. But that's one example. Here's another one, family mission statement. As a family, we will strive to be honest in our dealings with those around us. We will demonstrate integrity in all that we do. We will treat others as we would like to be treated. We will provide meaningful service to others. We will enjoy and appreciate the blessings of life, and we will achieve this by putting the Lord first in our lives. Pretty good statement. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's another one. Love the Lord above all else. Always be honest. And I think this is just a list of things, it looks like. Love the Lord above all else. Always be honest. Count your blessings. Bear one another's burdens. Forgive and forget. Be kind and tender-hearted to each other. Comfort one another. Keep your promises. Be supportive of others. Look after each other. Treat each other the way you would want to be treated, and love one another deeply from the heart. And I have one more. In this family, we laugh, play, and tell the truth. We have faith, work hard, treat others with respect. We are a team. We fall and get back up, make mistakes, and say, I'm sorry. We do hugs, kisses, stick together, love, celebrate, and have hope. We learn and have adventures. We pray for each other and serve each other. We do our best. We are thankful. We keep our promises. We communicate, forgive, and show grace. Our home is a safe place where we will always belong. So,
that's nice.
Yeah. So those are a few examples of what a mission statement could be like. Personally, I like the ones that are a little bit less listy. Listy, is that a word?
He's judging your mission statements, families. You can do better, guys.
You can do good.
Come on. You know this came from your heart, but I really feel that you can do better. I'm sorry. Go back and do a better job.
That was horrible of me. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. No, actually, you can be creative in how you do your mission statement. It doesn't have to necessarily go along a certain guidelines.
I understand that it comes from your heart, but don't be so listy.
Boy,
because we will judge you.
This is going off the rails.
Lon Linton will judge your list. If it's listy, he will judge you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. I feel so much better.
And then he'll throw his pizza on the ground.
Okay, let's get back on track here. So those are some examples. So finally, just to kind of wrap up, I want to give some of my own tips. We want to give some of our own tips, things that we've done. Now, of course, again, we haven't done this, but we are going to do it. We're going to go through the process with you guys this week. But here are some initial thoughts, things that I found online, good ideas and tips to follow while you're writing your mission statement. Okay. Number 1, schedule a time for both individuals in the marriage to work on this together. This cannot be, if you're doing a marriage mission statement, it cannot be something that just one individual does. You have to both sit down, you have to schedule a time and just do it together, okay? Number 2, ask yourself questions about what you both believe marriage and family is about. Makes pretty good sense, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Number 3, think about what you want your combined legacy, that is the legacy of the couple, to be at the end of your life. What do you want people to say at your eulogy, like at your funeral? What do you want people to remember about your marriage or your family? Think about those things. Number 4, identify your core values, hopes, dreams, ideals, and write them down. Don't just do it up here in your head. Actually write them down on a sheet of paper so that you can actually see those words and begin to kind of form your statement using that. Number 5, think of some phrases that describe the essence of what your marriage and family is about. Number 6, decide on no more than 10 big ideas.
Especially if you have to memorize it.
You want it to be, this isn't a book. This is a small paragraph of, 5 to 10 sentences, something that you can memorize and that's easy to remember.
Right. And this was something that we did in Panama City. Our mission statement was pretty long. Mm-hmm. And that's why it ended up being loving God, loving others, going and making disciples, because it was super long and no one could remember it. And so everyone quickly gave up on memorizing it.
Right.
And so we changed it the next year to loving God, loving others, going and making disciples, because everyone could remember that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that was the gist of the first one. So make it important, make it impactful, make it, get down to business, get down to what's important.
Clear, concise, and brief.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so number 7, and I just said this, using 10 sentences or less, write out a mission statement that captures the essence of what is most important about your marriage and family and what you will or will not do to reach the goal.
Right.
Remember those 3 elements of your mission statement: the action that you're going to take, the way you're going to take that action, and the result that you intend to have as a result of those things. Okay. Number 8, rewrite it if necessary. I know in songwriting, first drafts are always the worst. You write your first draft, and then you go through it and you go, okay, well, that doesn't make sense. We'll take that out. No, I can phrase that a little bit better. I can consolidate. Instead of using 3 words here, I can use 1 word here, and it makes sense. And, so do the due diligence of rewriting your mission statement to make sure you've got it just the way you want it. Number 9, develop some short-term goals based on that written statement. Now, this isn't necessarily part of the statement,
right?
But as a result of the statement, once you get your statement written, then as a couple, you want to look at that statement and go, okay, now what are some very specific things?
Right.
So your statement would be a little bit more ambiguous. I'm always going to tell the truth. I'm gonna always speak with integrity or respect or whatever. Those statements are a little bit more ambiguous. So after you write your mission statement, you can look at it and you can develop some short-term goals, specific things that you can do to actually start achieving that goal, that mission statement,
right.
If that makes sense, right? Okay, and then finally, memorize it. Again, we just talked about making it short so that you can memorize it, write it down, post it somewhere in your home where you're always you can always see it and refer to it.
And you can go to Michael's and get a canvas. They're pretty inexpensive, and just write it out.
Yeah.
Get one of those pens that you can get for $1.
And if you're really fancy, I believe things like Vistaprint has some services too, where you could actually make a nice little print of your, in maybe script or whatever. You can design it online, and it's really great. Okay, so just to recap those 3 points, those 3 elements, those 3 main elements of your mission statement. They are, again, do something. You exist to do something in such a way that, you get some result. So those are the 3 elements. And with that, that's it.
We're going to run upstairs and go write a mission statement.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now.
All right, guys. Well, that pretty much Ooh, hey.
What?
We have little things there. Okay, so we've got a couple of icons, a couple of prayer requests we want to share with you guys. This one's from Davina. She says, pray for Steve. Steve is her husband. He's been sick for days. He's getting a chest x-ray tomorrow and to check for pneumonia. Wow.
So he's actually 1 year. It's been 1 year since he had his surgery. It's been right at a year.
Yeah, so definitely we will pray for both you and Steve. I know the ordeal that you guys went through last year was just horrendous.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely keep you guys in prayer, absolutely. And thanks, Steve. I'm glad you're watching, and we return the hello.
Yes. Hi, Steve.
All right.
He's
fantastic.
ornery.
Yes, he is. He is, but he's a good man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, that just about does it for our show tonight. Again, we really, really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us as we stumble over this information and try to get it out to you. Again, we are going to be going through the process of making our mission statement this week, and we want to invite you to do it with us. We'll be sharing updates throughout the week about how things are kind of coming along. Maybe.
And are we sharing our mission statement next week?
Next week, well, we can share our mission statement next week, and we'd love to hear your mission statement.
And ours isn't going to be listy.
Well, we aren't going to have a listy one. Well, we might have a listy one. I might change my mind. I might change my mind.
Listen to him.
That's right. You never know.
Could be listy.
I could be listy. I don't know what that means, but... Guys, again, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you at our email address, lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com. Give us a like and share this video with all your friends. And if you haven't already, go to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. And until next week, always say what you mean what you say, and live life beyond just words. Good night, everybody.
Good night.